Okay, so what is this differencing disk? Like first I will tell some story, then try to understand that one. Okay, this is a disk first of all. So normally it's a virtual disk only. It's a virtual disk only. So for example, I put a name of this disk is VD1. VD1. This is my virtual disk. For example, it is around 100 GB space. Okay, around 100 GB disk space is there. It contains something around 50 GB data. Okay, 50 GB data. So we'll consider as a data is 50 GB. Okay, so this is a disk and this contains a data. That's it. Okay, not more than that. And so it's a disk contains a data. Now I got a new project. Okay, the project need this data, but if I access the data, or maybe I will corrupt the data, or maybe I will modify the data. Maybe by modifying this data, I want to see a data result. I want to modify this one, and I want to see a particular result. But the result may come or not. We don't know, right? So, but modification will definitely affect it, right? For example, I take a PPT. I done some modifications. Modifications applied compulsory data changes occurs compulsory will there. Maybe I will delete the data. Possible, right? So, if in case if I have a data, then it possible that I may delete the data from it, right? So what I will do it, I will keep this data safe. I will always keep the data safe, and I will create another hard disk, and I will access it. Either one option is one option is you have to copy the data into another hard disk and do whatever you want to do in this hard disk. Don't touch this one, right? So I have a hard disk, and in a hard disk I have a data, and you want the data. You may delete or maybe corrupt the data or maybe change the data. So I want my data safe. So what I said, copy into your disk, and do whatever you want to do it. So don't touch my data, just copy it. But what happened? I have a 50 GB of data, and you copied 50 GB of data, and again storage will increases, right? The space occupation of 50 GB increases. The storage space increases. Okay, so that is um, problem, right? So for example, this is 50 GB. Think about you have a 50 terabytes of data. You have to copy entire 50 terabytes of data. It is very difficult. Any modifications are done, so completed, then you have to migrate it back. For example, the required modifications done. Now everything is good. Now everything is good. Again, you have to migrate it to the original space. You have to apply here. That is another problem. Again, what you do with your data? Time taken to copy. First of all, first time taken to copy the data. Second, after you done your complete analysis and all, and again you want to migrate the change of data into the original disk. Again, you have to recopy. And what to do with your hard disk? So these things, so many questions will come up. But I want to make it more easy by using differencing disk. So what is the differencing disk? It's nothing but a disk. It's a disk. Okay. It is nothing but a virtual hard disk, and there is a connection is there. Okay, just a virtual connection is there between this disk and this one. Okay, so here I put a virtual disk 1 1. This is 1 1. Okay, like a child disk. Actually, we have to call it as a child disk. This is a parent disk, and this is a child disk now. So what will happen here? This is become parent, and this disk become child to this parent. Child to this parent. This is the child disk. Okay, this disk does not contain any data. This disk does not contain any data, but we can see this entire data. What are the data here? We can see entire data here. We can see the data and we can modify the data. We can add the data. We can change the data. You can delete the data. But nothing will happen to original data. Understand? Confusion? See, this is a main disk, parent disk, simple, and this is a child disk which is created based on the parent disk only. And in a child disk, actually won't occupy any data size. Actually, in child disk, won't occupy any space. Like this is the 50 GB data is there. This 50 GB won't occupy here. Understand? This 50 GB won't occupy here. It show the 50 GB data here. It show the 50 GB data here. That's it. Okay. You can take the data, access the data, change the data, modify the data, but this change won't occur here. Nothing affected on here. It is always stable data only. And what is another advantage of that one is, okay, what is the advantage of that one is, you do whatever you do on the data, nothing is affected on my actual data. Okay. And another advantage, first advantage is, if you can see the data, you can modify data, you can change the data, so but still the parent data is not changing. Parent disk content, the parent disk content not changed. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, second one is, okay, you done a change in your child list, you done a change in a child list, you whatever the change you required, you done a change is completed. Now successful data whatever the required thing you done completed, and you want to merge this data to the parent, you can merge it. Then change will occur in a parent. Till the time you, till you are merging it, till the time you merging to the parent, it is the parent carries same data only. Once you are merge the data, the parent also change with the child. So whatever the change occurs in the child is, the changes will apply on to parent. So you can easily merge it. So for this one, you don't need to take time, no need to copy the data, you no need to migrate the data from one place to another place, no need to recopy the data. So what is the advantage of child list now? Understand? So what are the data in a parent unchanged till you are merging it. So lot of time saving and other lot of benefits also there. So we'll see one by one. So I told two things. You know, I have a two, three people are there working. I have a two, three people are working on this same project. They need same data from parent disk. They need a similar data. He is doing, the first child person is doing some one kind of research. For example, this is a, I put a name, but here I've changed child one, child two. So this is a child disk one, child disk two. This is child disk three. So I can create multiple child disk using single parent. Single parent, multiple child disk I can able to create it. Okay. All these child disk contains same as the parent data. Just 2 minutes, guys. Okay. All the child disk contains parent data only. For example, is this child disk, on this child disk I am using one kind of process. This is different kind of process. This is a different kind of analysis. So it won't affect on a parent disk. It won't affect that thing in a parent disk. Whatever that thing is here, it stays here only. And what, which one is successful, which one you want to merge it, that one you can merge it. All you can able to merge it also. That is little bit tricky, but understand what is a parent and child. Okay. Here also some stories also there. You know, when I working in an organization, the organization name is CMS. So I actually trainer for lot of things like Linux and Windows and Windows servers. When I teach server Windows, I use Hyper-V for a virtualization purpose, not VMware, I use Hyper-V only. So for students, it's difficult to create machines and again. Here we are using two machines only. That time there we are use more machines. Okay. So that time we use more machines like one server, two server, three server, one client, two client like that. Minimum two servers, two client type only. Okay. So what we use, we install operating system in Hyper-V. So OS is in virtual hard disk, and I make this one as a parent, and I create a child disk like this, and I create a machine. So then I can able to access this one. So multiple machines I created within a seconds with a less space occupation. Means this is around 10 GB to occupy. Okay, 10 GB to occupy, but this will occupy only 50-20 GB only. So you don't understand this one anyway. No problem. Try to understand this one and give you a minute. I will switch off that one. Okay, this is about your child list. Okay, so I'm going to my server again. Login. So this is Hyper-V. Okay, for you, first of all, I will go to new hard disk. Okay, next. So VHDX common, VHD set. This is a new one. But go to VHDX and read the first three things: fixed disk, dynamically expanding, and differencing. Read the dynamic differencing disk. Okay. Uh, so what is the this is we already understand. If you read, that is good. If you don't read, it is okay, no problem. Oh, where is this? Okay, just try to read it. Why? I think this is okay. Print screen. Take an complete window. Okay. One thing is done, and where is here? This is the one. Next, so previous one. Okay, so I'll take print screen. New one. Control V. It is going good. Control C, new, Control V, save, virtual disk formats. Okay, so these are the things. Okay, so how to create a virtual disk now we'll see. So I select a VHD. VHD support up to 2 terabytes. VHDX support up to 64 terabytes, and it works only in a Windows 8 and 2012 server. So VHD 10, it is newly in a Windows 10 only. Shared virtual hard disk only type. Okay, this is dynamically expanding. This is fixed size, and this is a differencing disk. You can read the differencing disk. This type of disk is associated in a parent-child relationship with other disk. Parent-child relationship with other disk that you want to leave intact. Intact. Other disk that you want to leave intact. You can make changes to the data or operating system without affecting the parent. So parent disk, so that you can prevent changes easily. All child disk must have a same virtual hard disk format as a parent. Okay, same size, same format. Child is also there, but here you can make changes to the data or operating system without affecting parent disk, so that you can revert the changes easily. So what are the parent disk data contains, you can revert it back to different one. So you know already how to create a fixed disk and dynamic disk. Okay, so first I will create a one disk, dynamic disk, then I will make it that a parent using differencing. Next, so I'm going to create a disk here. um, I will remove this one, so I will put a virtual hard disk, one, and I want to save this one in different place. I have a E drive, right? So I'll put it in E drive. Okay, so I have a E drive. Okay, separate folder like this. HEC, right? So it will be saved in this folder. Next, it is showing 127 by default always, but it is maximum 64. I'm going to create something around yeah, 20 GB is enough. Not required more than that. 10 it's a dynamically I put it, so no problem. Finish it. So I created a virtual hard disk. Okay, so here is a full screen mode. This is a full screen mode. Okay, I created a virtual hard disk. That's it. But I didn't done anything to virtual hard disk. So I will go to my virtual hard disk. I'll put some data. First, we'll show you the data. Yeah, Hyper-V. I created this folder when I storing. This is my virtual hard disk one. So currently it is 4 MB file. Right click, mount. Just mount it. But nothing, no format is and all. It is not at initialize. So I will initialize it. This is server, right? So you can use disk management to do that one, or you can use file and storage services. So I'm going to disk. So it's loading data. So it's going on. Or you can use disk management also. This is a 20 GB disk. Unknown disk is showing here. Okay, 20 GB. Now only I added 20 GB disk, and also there is a 100 GB 3 disk are there. There are already assigned. See, I put a SCSI type of disk. That's it is showing SAS. SA means SCSI SATA disk. SCSI SATA disk. SAS. Now first we have to initialize. Yes. MSFT means Microsoft Virtual Hard Disk. MSFT means Microsoft. Where it is? Gone. Completed. Now it is a GPT 20 GB. New volume. Just for fun. You can see. Next. It will how much time it is taking. I can sleep. Sleep. Okay. So see this is color also different. See. So now it's a 4 GB. Sorry, disk for 20 GB. Creating a volume 20 GB only. F drive. Okay. Volume name is I put a what volume? One. Anything. NTFS. Create. See how we can use a server to create a disk. Instead of disk management, I use my server manager to do that job. If you confuse with a server manager, you can use this. It's taking lot of time. Server effect. Last one. Completed. Close it. Now we have a disk now. Okay, you can open the disk directly. Take the offline and all. Okay, now so we'll go to the this one. This. So you have a 20 GB disk. This is the 20 GB disk. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'll put some data inside. Okay. You can create right click that kind of data, but what I'm doing, I will have some data here. So I will copy some data. I'll try to copy. No, I can't able to copy. Why? Not able to copy. We will try. So, I'll try this one. Yeah, this is working. Oh, don't like that one. Why it is copied? Why it is not copied? This is copying. You can copy data from virtual machine to this machine. My system column is also there. Okay, so this is the data I have. Okay, this is the data I have. Okay, in my disk. Okay, so I copied a data to my F drive. That's it. Okay, my drive have content data. So you can remember what data it is there. Okay, so like this. Okay, there's some pictures are there, and there is a two files are there. This is like a size or number or something. Okay. Mm. And this is some movie list. So I try to watch this movie, but I didn't able to find it properly. It's okay, leave it. Now I'm going to eject this one. So I'm going to eject. So I disconnected. Where I created this thing here. This is my virtual machine. Sorry, virtual hard disk is here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a virtual hard disk, that is differencing disk. Look at that one. So new virtual hard disk. Next VHD, and now VHDX, and then it is I'm going to differencing. So my first disk is become parent, and the new disk is become child disk. So I put a first disk name is virtual hard disk. Okay, this is I put a virtual hard disk 1. I find child disk 1. I put a child 1. Location is E drive. and I remove all these things. This is the location anyway, both are in same location. Okay, that's the name. Now you have to tell where is the parent. It is asking where is the parent. So this PC, go to E drive. This is the parent disk. Select the parent disk and then go to next. Finish it. Now the differencing disk, child disk thing will be created. Okay, if you want to see where it is located, then see, this is parent disk and child disk. This is not yet formatted, it is still normally. Okay, so right click, mount, and you do nothing, automatically it will mount. See, automatically it is mounted. F drive, it's showing data. But what I mounted, the 20 GB disk, child disk only. Okay, what I mounted, the 20 GB disk, child disk only. We can't see that one here. Okay, this is the disk, parent disk data. So as you can see from here, there. Okay, you can try here, refresh. Nothing. I'll go to disk management only best. These are a waste disk. This is the disk. We connected F disk, but which disk it is, we don't know. Sharing, security, hardware. No. Okay, first of all, um, okay, so this is the disk. We are connected. Okay, so I will show you easily. First, eject this disk. Um, this is the disk, right? So this is your child disk. Right click on child disk, mount. I'm not mounting the parent one. The change is occur. See here, it is a size change, but actually it is not showing same size. Both are 20 GB, but not same. But the parent data is came here. Parent data is came here. Okay, if I change something here, like I'm going to add some data, and maybe I'll modify some data. Okay, maybe I will modify some data here. So I'm add some data in my parent child is adding some more data. Uh, okay, add two files, but these two files won't affect on a parent. Of course, you cannot connect the parent. Okay, it will corrupt the relationship. Okay, but I will show you that one. So I created two files in that F drive, right? So now I will try to connect the parent. I will show you whether data is corrupted or not. Mount. I mounted my first drive. Yeah, now it is connected. Can you see where is the two files I created? It is not there. It means when you add a data to child disk, it you are added to child disk only, but it is not affected on a parent disk. So that is a differencing disk. That's the only extra disk thing is available in your Hyper-V. Okay. So next one is virtual switches. But will pause here.